Let's do this one. Solving a right triangle. Oh my God. Let's see what do we have in here. We only have two things. We have the this angle and this length. So are we supposed to get the rest of the measures of the triangle with these two pieces of information? Yes, we're going to do it. So this is the hypotenuse, and this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side, right? So which one do you want to do first? I think that it will be good for us to calculate this one because it is really easy. Angle B. How are we supposed to know how much is angle B? Remember that the the addition of all the angles of a triangle, it doesn't matter if it is not a right triangle. The addition of the three angles always equals 180, right? So since this is 90 because it is a right triangle, then the other one has to be 180 minus 90. I'm going to use colors here. Minus 90 minus 42. That would be the value for angle P. I'm going to use the calculator now. It is 46. 48. 48. Yeah, so we have this one. That was easy. Now I'm gonna do this. Yes, we have this one, and let's go for A. Let's go for letter A. I'm gonna use purple in this case. Letter A. That is the opposite side. I'm gonna use this one because I have the hypotenuse. So the sine of 42 degrees equals whatever the opposite is over 13. And then the opposite will be 13 times the sine of 42 degrees. All the answers rounded up to the nearest tenth. Okay, so this will be rounded up 13 times sine of 42. Come on, 42. Rounded up to the nearest tenth. This equals or is approximately 8.7, right? 8.7. So I have this one. Yoo-hoo! The opposite categories. And the very last one is the adjacent. We can use again a trig function, or we can use Pythagoras. So I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna use Pythagoras, and I'm gonna use trig again. So which one should I do first? I think I'm gonna do the trig part first. This will be the cosine of 42 degrees equals the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse by 13. That means that the adjacent equals 13 times the cosine of 42 degrees. We will have the same answer. We're supposed to have the same answer. So I'm gonna do this pretty pretty good strategy of using what I already had written. So this will be rounded up 9.7. So I'm supposed to have 9.7 in the other side, in the other way of doing it. So yeah, for Pythagoras, we will have that the hypotenuse squared equals the adjacent squared plus the opposite squared. I have done this this solution for one of the variables already too many times. So I'll just going to put that the adjacent side equals the hypotenuse squared, and that is 13, plus the other side squared, that is 8.7. That's what we have in purple. 8.7 squared. All right, so I'm gonna use a calculator for that one. Help us. Please help us. This one squared. Squared. Okay. Minus, but the minus has to be inside. So it is 13 plus. I put plus in here. It is minus. I'm sorry. This has to be minus 8.7. 13 minus 8.7 squared. Okay. We have the same thing. We have exactly the same thing. This is approximately 9.7 rounded up. So be careful in this part, guys. I want you to be very, very careful, because since you're using this information for this one, then probably your margin of error will be a little bit bigger than what we want it to be. So I would say that this way of doing it is more accurate. More accuracy. So I would suggest that you do it with that, in using that way, the trig way. So okay, let us write the answers. 48 for the angle. A equals 8.7 and B equals 9.7. In this case, both ways gave me the same, but be careful. Great.